Hello, my name is Coleen Renee, and I work with angels. But I didn't always work with angels. And today I'd like to share with you the story of how I came to work with angels, partly in preparation for a task that they've assigned me to do. But I'd like to just introduce myself first before I do that. So again, I didn't used to work with angels particularly. And I had been doing psychic intuitive work for many years, doing readings for people. And I moved to Northwest Ohio. And I'm in my aunt's house, and I wake up one morning, and I don't have my eyes open yet, and I sense this very large presence in the room. And this is a house that I'm not used to being in, so I'm not sure what this presence is. And it's one of those moments where you're like, okay, if I keep my eyes closed, I can pretend that there's nothing here. But if there is something here, I'd kind of like to open my eyes so I know what it is. And what always wins out for me is this need to know, this wanting to know. And so I open my eyes. And there is this very large angel in the room. And he introduces himself as Archangel Uriel. And I'm kind of stunned. And I said, but I don't work with angels. And he said, nevertheless, I am here. And I got up and I kind of went on about my day. And the next morning, again, I'm kind of waking up, but I don't have my eyes open. And I sense very large presence. And I open my eyes, and there is Archangel Uriel. And with him is Archangel Raphael. And again, I'm like, I don't work with angels. And they said, nevertheless, we are here. So I get up and I go about my day. And the third day, I wake up. And again, there's a sense of the room full of presence. And I open my eyes, and now there are 3 angels. Archangel Michael has joined them. So to continue with the story, I need to tell you that when I first started doing the psychic intuitive work, I wasn't sure if I was making things up. And it kind of drove me crazy. So one day I just decided, okay, spirit, guides, this is what I'm going to do. If you show me something 3 times, I will act on it. And that was just kind of my, okay, here's the communication need that I have. And it's worked for me for many, many years. So again, 3 mornings in a row, 3 angels. So just as I'm saying, again, but I don't work with angels, and they're saying, nevertheless, here we are, I realize this has been 3 days, and now there are 3 angels. And so I simply say, what would you like? And at that moment, they ask me to work with them, to be available to people, to help pass messages along, for guidance, for healing. And they taught me to call them through song. And so in my sessions that I do, when it involves the angels, or when it even might potentially involve the angels, I will begin with a spirit song. And in that spirit song, they will come. Oftentimes they will offer me some support, comfort, healing, but mostly it is about the person or the people or the group that I am working with. And I have come to really treasure this work that I do with them. In Ohio, again, I began to work with people there. They were more comfortable working with the angels than with just sort of a sense of spirit guides. So it really makes sense to me that the angels would have come forth at that time. But the other thing that they taught me to do is what I call river song. And where I was in Defiance, Ohio, there are 3 rivers, major rivers in the town. I'm fairly polluted. And they invited me to sing the rivers and to sing healing. And so I began that process, and through that process, I learned to sing healing into whether it's the rivers or a tree or a person. And it has been an incredibly sweet and lovely journey for me, and I am in deep gratitude to the angels for calling me and for offering their love and their healing and their wisdom to me and through me to others. So that is my angel story. And I want to share with you that they have in the last few days asked me to do a reading, an angel reading for, I'm not sure for who, for the country, for the world, around President Trump. So I will be offering that, but I wanted to kind of introduce myself, introduce my work with the angels, and then in the next video, I will speak, allow them actually to speak through me in whatever it is they need to say, which I think just might be a surprise to us all. Okay, again, I'm Coleen Renee, working with the angels, and I wish you a blessed day. Thank you.